feel you want those legs to be for your comfort. And it should be something that feels comfortable for you. And we're going to circle around those legs, allowing the body to relax into the hips. Feel that low back stretching. Feel the hips releasing. If you feel this in your knees or your hips really badly, you just straighten out your legs, bringing the soles of your feet together. Let's reverse and go the other way, all the way around in a circular motion. Try to take a deep breath in, a long exhalation, allowing the body to completely release any thoughts of distraction. Acknowledge your distraction, acknowledge your thoughts, but let it move in through one ear and out the other. Feeling that release in your body. And then start to shrug your shoulders, really pulling up from the hip all the way up through your low back, through your upper rib, up through the shoulder. Feel that stretch as I shrug from left to right, from left to right. And then I'm going to roll those shoulders back. Just let them roll. Drop the chin to your chest, lift the head up. Drop the chin down, lift it up. And one more time, drop the chin and lift it up. And then lift your hands up nice and tall. As you exhale, we're going to let our hands come on top of the shins. Lift the heart up. Draw the bottom lip up to your nose as though you could touch your nose with your bottom lip. Now exhale and round your spine. Feel your arms completely stretching out. Shoulders wrap forward. My belly pulls deeper to my spine and I let the back stretch. The whole back. On the next breath, look up. Bottom lip tries to touch the nose. Lift that skin right up through that neck, all the way out the chin, all the way up. Breathe in as you exhale, round your spine, stretching your arms straight. Feel the shoulders wrapping forward and the spine stretching. Last time, we're going to come up, bring the bottom lip up, try to touch your nose. Stretch your back, stretch your spine. Now, I'm going to come forward and open my mouth as wide as I can. Don't show your teeth. Don't show your teeth. Open up. Ah. Ooh. Really pull the mouth forward. Go ah. Don't show your teeth. And ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Now take your lips and roll around your teeth all the way in a circular motion and reverse. Ah. Oh, this is fun. Now open up your mouth again. Go wide. Ah. And then ooh. And relax. Shake your body. Shake your body. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. We're going to take that strap that you guys did, that circle. Remember, no wider than your knees. Complete circle. I'm going to open up my arms as wide as I can back. Lift the chest up. Draw the shoulder blades back and together. And then come down and breathe and relax. Shake the shoulders. Again, on the breath, lift up. Open up the heart. Feel the opening across the chest, the arms, the shoulders, and relax. Shake it out. Shake it out. Now I'm going to take this and go right over to my right side. I'm going to continue to let my left arm rise as high as I can, pulling my whole body through that arm and lifting the arm upwards. Don't let it collapse. My arm is constantly creating tension in this belt. Let your whole body look up through the arm, breathing in. Try to keep that right shoulder down. Don't let it shrug or move forward or back. Just try to keep it level. And relax, relax. Shake it out. Let's go to the other side. We're going to come right over to the other side And you might have to come up to the tail if this is not enough range for you. And if you're too tight, you might have to just let go of your strap and make it long for you, because you might be tight in those shoulders. So you have to find what feels the best for you in your body. So let's lift up. Pull that arm all the way back. Look up through the arm. Draw that left shoulder deeper to the rib. Don't let it shrug forward or back, but keep it centered. As we open up and look past that right arm, keep pulling the arm up to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale and come down. Shake the shoulders, shake the body. Let your body completely let it go. And then come up slowly. I'm going to put the strap underneath my right hip, all the way under. And this is where you're really going to have to feel. Now, you don't have to have the strap in that circle. It surely helps. And I want to pull down on that circle so that what happens is I'm pulling my shoulder down to the earth. So I have, and I just pulled down, so I'm cinching my shoulder down to the rib, towards the earth. Now once I have it down, I'm going to draw the chin to my chest. I'm going to roll my head to the left side, bringing my left ear to my left shoulder, and then rolling back. Don't let this shoulder lift. The idea of the strap is to hold that shoulder down, to feel that wonderful stretch from the shoulder to the ear. And then exhale down. Take your time. If you are tight in this area, you're going to feel a huge, huge stretch. Don't push it. Go to where you feel you can comfortably move. Try to keep your back straight. Do not let your posture round or bend. Keep every disc stacked on top of each other. Keep rolling from the left ear to the left shoulder and down. Left ear, left shoulder. Take your time. Come down. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to look past my left shoulder as far as I can. Past the shoulder. Keep that shoulder down, the right shoulder down. And then come back down with your chin. Again, I'm going to roll up and over my left shoulder, looking past it. And then from here, I'm going to look up to the ceiling. You should feel a stretch right through the neck, through the right through by the throat, all the way out. Look up to the rafters or to the ceiling, and look down, back to the chest. Again, come out, chin towards your shoulder, then look up, up, up. Pull down on the shoulder and release. Let go, let the shoulder roll. Let it roll. Now take your right hand and just swing it back and forth. Just let it go. Take a deep breath in, just your right hand. Let it go as far over as you can. Feel the shoulder opening up, the whole scapula, as I pull across my body. Let it move back and forth, and I'm connecting right into my kidney, right into the back of my left side of my hip. Do you feel that little clap, that little plop into that hip, into that low back, into that hip? Two more. One more. Let it breathe. Now I'm going to hold it, come underneath, capture, draw the shoulder down, and stretch completely over. Draw the shoulder deeper to the rib cage. Now look up on the breath. Exhale and look down. Look up on the breath. And look down. Let your hands go, roll them out. Release the belt from your side. Put it on the other hip. And you might have to readjust the belt in order for it to sit. But I'm kind of all the way under my hip. Whether my legs are kind of straight, or if I bring the soles of my feet together, maybe I need to readjust how this is coming in to my legs. So I just let The other side could come right on the outside. This side, I feel like I need to come to the inside of that left thigh. So it's really finding your support. If my legs were out, of course I'd be here or I'd be here. So you have to choose how far your legs are going to go, if you're crossing them or not crossing them. All right, now once I get my strap on that shoulder, I pull down. So I really pull, I cinch it down so that this shoulder has no way to move up and down. I don't want it to move. I want it to stay rooted down towards the earth. Drop the chin to your chest. Roll your head slowly with awareness of that stretch, bringing your right ear to your right shoulder. Then draw it back down. Breathe in as you roll out. Try to keep your left shoulder down. And exhale. Breathe in. And exhale down. Let your breath flow with this motion as though it's one with the movement. Breath and movement are the same. Go slow enough to find that breath and that movement. Now I'm going to come up and look over my shoulder as far over as I can. I'm constantly pulling down on this strap. And look down towards the earth. Again, look up, look over that shoulder as far as you can. And look down. Now I'm going to look over my shoulder and up to the rafter. So over the shoulder and up. Now can you imagine pulling up on the neck as though if sometimes we take our mouth and we pull it up too, so that it's pulling the jaw up with us. So choose. But pull up and rest. Again, come over that right shoulder. Look up. Pull that jaw up as though you could touch the whole mouth up to your nose. Pull up. And relax. One more time. Lift up. Pull that jaw up. Pull it up. Pull the mouth up towards your nose. Feel the stretch right up the side of your neck. And relax. And relax. Let go of the belt. Roll your shoulders back. Let that energy go. Now just the left hand moves. You take your time. Let the shoulder scapula move with it. So I'm going to come back, but when I go back, I'm going to connect into my kidney. I'm going to connect into my low back, into my hip, and I'm going to plop that hand into it. Plop it in and plop in. Two more. One more. And I'm going to take this arm all the way across the body, capturing underneath. Draw the shoulder down. Pull as far over as you can. Look up on the breath and down. Lift up on the breath and pull down. And relax. Let the shoulders roll. Let them roll. And then I'm just going to release my legs. Let them relax. Bring both legs to the left side. Come right up into tabletop. All the way up into tabletop. And then let the belly drop and look up on the breath. Exhale and roll the spine. Again, breathe in. Some of you told me that you have like a knee issue. I put my knees on the blanket. Some of you told me that you have an ankle issue. And what I would do, instead of just trying to lay, I would put this blanket up and stick it under my ankle so that it frees up my foot. So my foot is never digging deep into the earth. So if I have an ankle issue, the blanket goes under my ankle so it frees up my feet. Or if I have a knee issue, it goes under my knees. Breathe in, look up. Exhale and round that spine. Every disc stretching and opening. Again, let the belly drop up, look up on the breath. Exhale and round the spine. Now I'm going to come back down any amount towards the earth. If I have that knee issue, of course my hips are staying up a little higher. In the air, I'm going to come down to my elbows or down to my forearms, letting my head rest on my forearm or rest to the earth. Or if my hips are up high, I keep my elbows on. Can you shift your hips from left to right? From left to right. So again, be mindful of where you need that support. Whether it's your knees, your hips, your ankles, where do you need support? Shift your hips back and forth. And then I'm going to come up to my elbows right in front of me, and I'm going to tilt just my low back in. So I'm rounding that spine, that low back. I'm tucking my tailbone under. Then I let my tailbone lift to the sky. Again, tuck the tailbone under. So this is just your lumbar spine working and lifting it up, relaxing your psoas, stretching it. And release one more time. Tuck the tailbone under. Lift it up. On the next breath, roll the spine up all the way. All the way. Now, if you feel that you need more support for your neck and shoulder, we're going to take our right hand, free it up. I'm going to come right underneath my chest, under it. I'm going to drop my shoulder to the earth and let my head rest on a blanket. Or the blanket can rest on my shoulder and my head equally. Or I can come all the way down to the earth. You choose. Roll. Use your left hand. So I'm going to just show you straight on what I'm doing. So right here, underneath my chest, I use my left hand to surge my energy into that right shoulder. Let that whole right hand come straight and reach out as far as you can. Now you have a choice to stay here or to lift that left hand up even higher. Can you come all the way up on that arm, pushing out into that shoulder? Bringing your head right out to the base, the crown of your head looking up past the left shoulder, past the hand. Now I'm going to take and circle the fingers around my wrist, bringing attention to my middle finger and my ring finger, trying to touch my forearm. Reverse. Now can you make a fist and pull your knuckles in? Try to get your knuckles to touch your forearm. In and out. In and out. Now hold your knuckles in and rotate them back and forth. And then relax that left hand into the earth. Put all your weight into that hand. And let your body roll from left to right. Let the ribs move back and forth, shrugging your hips. And then come to center. We're going to take our hips and circle them in a circular motion. So it's going to look like this on the side. I roll to the left, I roll to the right, and I get right into those joints, rolling those hips in a circular motion. Reverse that circle, go the other way. Let your hips roll. Now we're going to free up our left hand. Free it up. I'm going to bring it right underneath my chest. I'm going to drop down into my left shoulder scapula. My right hand is acting as support. I use that hand to surge my energy over to my left shoulder. Then I roll out to the base of my neck and I look up past my right shoulder or to the sky. Let your breath flow, constant, like a river, breathing in long and deep. Now I have a choice to keep this hand on the ground or to lift it up. If I lift it up, I'm going to make a hand and I'm going to circle. If I'm on the floor, I would just circle here too. So you have a choice. Circle, bringing your middle finger and your ring finger clear to your forearm. And reverse that energy. Reverse. Make a fist. Pull your knuckles in and out, trying to tuck your knuckles right to your forearm as you stretch in and out. And then release, pull back, and then come down. Roll your spine up. Let your ribs move side to side. Shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Take a deep inhalation, exhalation. For those of you that have a foot or a body that does not want to go into downward dog, you're more than welcome to come down to your elbows like this. Stretching your left foot back, release it. Stretch your right foot back and release it. If you feel like you want to go into downward dog, then we're here. We're going to stretch one heel at a time into the earth. So one heel, take your time. There's no expectation of where that heel has to go to. You just have to feel that wonderful stretch in the calves, through the whole Achilles tendon and down into the heel. Try to move your body deeper through your arms. Can you rotate your elbows in so they're slightly facing inwards towards your ears? Let that energy move back and forth. Now bend both legs. Push the body deeper through those arms. Try to lift your hip up just a little higher. Taking that deeper breath. Exhale. Take your right leg, lift it up to the sky and pulse it. So again, I could be on my elbows here, and I could be lifting that leg up in the air here. So I have a choice whether I'm going to be in downward dog, or I'm modifying my downward dog by bending my knee and coming down to my elbows. It's just as effective as being in downward dog for those of you that feel you need that support. Let's go 4 more, 3 more. Now circle the ankle, circle it. Reverse that circle. Let it go. Now I'm going to bring this leg all the way through to a lunge, all the way to a lunge. Now, some of you have a chair, and I'm going to pretend this is my chair. I can stay up on the chair. The chair can be closer to me right here so that I can bring my left hand on the chair and my right hand on my thigh as I reach down into a lunge. So let yourself lunge, keeping that left leg strong. If you need to, bend that left leg deep into the earth on this lunge. So you can keep the leg straight or you can keep it bent. But I want you to be comfortable with your body. And if you need that chair, make sure you have it. Back and forth. Let that energy move. Now, can you gently twist and lift that right arm up to the sky, opening up the chest and breathing long and deep. You can keep your leg bent. It's okay to be here. And it's okay to be on that chair here. So make sure you're comfortable in where you need to be. All the way. And relax. I'm going to take and just bring both hands to the inside of my thigh, and I want to show you what we're doing. So both hands are the inside of my thigh. My back leg can be on the ground or my back leg can be lifted. My hands can be on a chair. In fact, I'm just going to get a chair just to show you what we're doing on a chair, because it's important for you to know that you have choices in your body. So I could be here on a chair, just allowing my hips to sink, feeling that beautiful, wonderful stretch down into the earth, just being where I need to be. Some of you are going to come all the way down to the elbows, and that's okay too, because that's where you need to be. So if we listen with intent, we listen to our bodies and the energy that it needs, we will always be safe. Now in this energy, I want you to lift up again, all the way up with that left arm, as far up as you can. Breathing long and deep, opening up the chest, letting the left hip sink deeper into the earth. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come down. Come up back to your hands. Walk back. Bend your bottom leg. Bring your other leg back. Open your legs as wide as you can and let yourself rest into child's pose. Again, if I have that knee issue, my hips would be higher on child's pose. It just depends on your body. Relax your head, relax your shoulders. Shift your weight left to right. Let it shift. Let it shift. Now on the next breath, I'm going to come right up into tabletop. I'm going to look up on the breath, all the way up. Letting the belly drop, lift the sacrum up, draw the shoulders deeper to your rib cage. As you exhale, round the spine strongly into cat. All the way, let that back really stretch. Pull the belly deeper to your spine. On the next breath, drop the belly, look up. Exhale and round the spine. Curl the toes under. For those of you that want to come up to downward dog, go all the way into downward dog. Those of you that are choosing to modify, come down to your elbows. Lift your legs up and pause here. So your knees are off the earth. My hips are high. If I'm in downward dog, I am here. So find what you need. Elbows bent or arms straight. Elbows rotate in towards the ribs. Draw the shoulders down to the rib cage and breathe. Take your time to just relax into this pose. Let your breath flow. Open your fingers. Every finger should be separated with the middle finger facing straight ahead. As the elbows rotate in and my body pushes deeper through my arms. Take that deeper breath. So we're going to take that one heel at a time back into the earth. One heel at a time, or for those of you that are on that elbow, 1 foot at a time comes back. Just 1 foot. Take your time. So it's not a fast energy. It's about your own journey. Pushing that heel out, really stretching that Achilles tendon and that calf. So I really curl those toes under. And I push out through that heel. Whether I'm on my elbow and on my knee or I'm in downward dog. Bend both legs. Push the body deeper through the arms. Take that left leg, lift it up to the sky and gently pulse it up. Pulse it up. So again, I'm here, I'm right here with my elbows bent and my leg bent. So I have those choices. What choice is it for you in your body? Press. Now circle the ankle. Circle it. Reverse the circle. Swing it all the way through to a lunge. And again, if I have that chair, my lunge is here. Right here with that chair. So I have that chair and I can come down to my elbows with that chair. I can come all the way down into a full lunge with my hands on the earth. I have that choice. The right leg is powerful and strong. It's lifting up as my hips sink deeper towards the earth. I'm going to take my left hand and just lift it up all the way. Or if I'm on my chair, I can bend my leg, put my elbow on the chair, and lift. So I do have wonderful choices in my body. What is your choice? What do you feel good within your body doing? This is a great stretch, whether I'm on my leg, whether I'm in the air. It's a wonderful opening for the hip. Breathe. Now as I exhale, I'm going to come back down, bringing both hands to the inside of my leg, kind of letting my leg roll out to the side, shifting my hips. I'm going to come right down to my elbows, all the way down on the chair. I'm going to just let my body kind of lay down into the chair, letting my hips sink down into the earth like this. So I have choices to be where I want to be in my spine, in my hips, in my body. Just let yourself go. Completely relax your energy. On the next breath, lift that left hand up again. Gently twisting. But this time, can you drop that right hip slightly deeper into the earth? Let it start to drop down. Open up the left foot. So you're rolling out to your baby toe. Opening up the quad. Let your breath flow. And release that energy down. Come up. Slide that leg back. Come right back into child's pose. Shift your hips back and forth. Let it go. Let it go. Back and forth. Now I'm going to roll all the way up into Virabhadrasana, it's a kneeling position. So I roll all the way up, all the way up. Let the shoulders roll back. Let them roll back. Ah. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Now I'm going to take my right leg and shoot it off to the side. If I have my chair, make sure it's on my left side, or I just have it on the side ready. So my left foot comes off to the side. I'm going to lift that right hand up. I want to pull all the way up through my ribs, pulling that hand up to the sky as high as I can. This hand is very light on my thigh or on my hip. I let myself stretch out any amount, all the way out. Now on the breath, I'm going to come forward, turning this foot straight on. I'm going to bring my hand to the floor, my other hand to the floor, and I'm going to shoot this right hip back. Seriously pushing as though someone's pulling that hip back, and my body comes forward and I let my head rest down. Just feeling that whole inner thigh stretching. The foot is straight ahead. This foot is straight ahead. Let your hips sink back. Draw the right hip down towards the earth and back. You have to use this muscular energy in your body to really get that inner thigh to stretch. And then come back to your hands. Come back to your hands. We're going to roll the spine up, walk your hands up, or use your chair, whatever it takes. Come up, all the way back up with that hand and stretch over. Opening up the ribs. Now as I come back down, I can come to my chair with my elbow and lift this leg up and pulse it. Or I can come all the way down to the earth with my hand and let this leg pulse up. So let this leg lift as high as you can, bringing energy and focus and awareness to that outer hip. Really feeling that strength and that power in that hip. All the way up. All the way up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to drop that leg, pull all the way out and over. And if I choose to, I'm going to step out with my other leg and come right into an extended side pose. All the way out. Breathe. All the way. And relax. Come back with your knees. Walk yourself to the front. Pull your leg in. Let your body roll. Left to right. Let it go. Roll your spine up into Virabhadrasana. Make sure that chair is on your other side if you need it. We're going to bring the left foot out. Foot straight ahead. I'm going to come up and stretch my rib up to the sky. Remember, this hand is light. If you need to be on your hip, bring it on your hip. But if you can, just let it rest out. Let it rest out. Ah. Come right back up. Move that arm in front of you. Turn your foot so it's straight ahead. Now as I walk down, I'm going to pull my hip down to the earth and back. Down to the earth and back, stretching my inner thigh. You feel this whole muscle stretching as I pull that hip down and back. Shake your head, let it go. Let your head go. Feel that stretch. The more I push my hips back, the more I'm going to feel that pull in my inner thigh. And then on the next breath, walk up. Now we're coming up, so I walk my hands as close to my knee as I can. so it takes pressure off this leg. And I roll my spine up using my tummy and my buttocks. And again, I'm going to come all the way up with that right hand and stretch over. Now as I exhale, I'm going to come either to my chair here. So I'm going to lift this hand up and pull this leg up like this. And all those stretches that I'm doing, it could be right here. So right now we're just pushing up on that leg. So we're pulling up. Otherwise I go all the way down to the ground and I pull up on that leg. All the way up with breath. Bringing power and strength into the belly of that hip, right into that thigh, all the way up. Oh, one more. With breath, long inhalations, long exhalations. Drop that leg. Pull up and over, or go right out with your leg into an extended side pose. And we reach out, reach out, reach out. Let your breath flow. Exhale, drop that hand, draw your knee in, walk your hands and your legs center. Let it be center. Shift down into your hips. Roll to the left hip. And we're going to sit down into that hip, taking our left foot on top of the calf. On top of the calf. Now, again, I know that some of you have knee issues, and this position is not going to be good for you. So if it's not, you could just sit very loose with that leg out and on that hip, like this. So I'm going to try to take this left foot, put it under my calf, under it, on top of it, and I'm sitting tall. And then I just let this left hand stretch up all the way, all the way. Let that breath flow. Now I'm going to reach up and capture that arm, pull it up and over, up and over. And then as I release, I open those hands and I fold forward any amount. Just let yourself come over that left thigh. Let yourself release forward. Now as I roll my spine up, I'm going to release my right leg and swing it to the front, loosening out my left leg into Janusarasana. And then we're going to come right out over that right foot. So if I have that belt and I can't touch that foot, I certainly can use my belt. I hold the belt and I pull myself down towards that leg with the awareness that my spine is lengthening out. I pull my ribs up and over my kneecap. I lift up on top of my sit bones, pulling my spine tall as I come forward. So use that belt. Don't feel it in your back. If you do, you're too low and you need to come up higher. Listen with respect, within your body. It will tell you as long as we're listening. Opening our heart to what it's telling us. Breathe long and deep. Relax your head. Relax your shoulders. Feel the breath moving deeper through your body. And when you're ready, roll the spine up. We're going to capture this right leg, and I'm going to bring it. Now, I asked everyone to have a blanket. Hopefully you have one. We're going to roll this blanket up in a circle. I'm going to keep this leg soft. I can just keep it as soft as I want. And I want to bring this blanket to the square and bring my leg right on top of that blanket, elevating my hip. So if I have a knee issue, I can actually make a pillow on the edge of that and put my knee on the pillow part so that my legs are in a square across from each other. So I can either have it here with that little pillow. I can do whatever it takes to have this square. Legs are level with each other, so they're stacked. It's like stacking blocks. So I stack them. I can pillow up this leg as high up as I need for knee issues. My feet are level with my knees. So it's not, my feet are not closer to my perineum. They're actually level, like a square, like a square. And then I come forward any amount, allowing my hip to really, really open and relax. So breathe to the areas that are tight. Bring all that tension up in the breath. And as you exhale, let the areas that are tight melt to the earth. Let it go. Let it go. Breathe in. Exhale. Feel your breath moving with deep purpose through the body. And then when you're ready, come up slowly, slowly, slowly. We're going to release, swinging those legs to the left side. I take my right foot and I place it right on top of my calf, right on top of it, and I sit tall. And again, if you don't like that position, you just slide it out. You can have your choice, what feels good or not good in your body. So I lay the foot right on top. I sit tall. I lift my right arm up as high as I can, reaching every rib up to my shoulder, past my shoulder to my fingertips. Looking past my arm, I look up and I sit tall on my sit bones, sitting tall, not back. And then I release for a moment. I'm going to take that left hand up, hold on to the wrist, and continue lifting, but even higher. Pulling that arm up as I reach my ribs out. And then as I release, I swing this leg all the way out in front of me into Janusarasana. I reach out either to my belt or to my feet, your choice. I let go of the legs. I let my spine relax, and then look up on the breath. Drawing the shoulders deeper to my rib, lifting my ribs up, my whole sternum up and over that knee. Take that deep breath in, exhale, and roll your body down. Breathe in, look up, shoulders down, lengthen that spine. Exhale down, and we're going to pause here and breathe long and deep. On the next breath, roll that spine up. Take your blanket. Now we're going to open our legs. So I bring this leg more to a square with my knee. I lay this right on top. If I need more knee support, I create a little pillow for my knee. I bring this leg up and across to the square, and I want to be as square as I can. So it's like feet are stacked on top of each other. I'm stacked. I give my knee support or I don't. It's your choice whether you need it or not. But I'm elevating my hip up just a little bit above the other leg. And then as I relax, I bring my body forward any amount. Letting the breath flow long and deep, finding the areas that are tight and softening those areas with my breath. Can you melt down just a little bit deeper into the earth as you relax into the exhalation? Let go. Release. Then slowly come up. Unfold those legs and just shake them. Shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them. Wiggle your shoulders, wiggle your ribs. Let your body go. Let it go. And then bring the soles of your feet together. Elbows come to the outside of your shins. Again, lift the heart up and over the kneecaps or the ankle. Try to elongate the spine. Draw the shoulders deeper to the ribs and use your elbows to pull your body forward. not your hands on this soft, tiny part of your foot, but the elbows against those shins. Use them. Draw yourself down deeper towards the earth. And then as I exhale, I'm going to come up and stretch my legs out in a flex all the way out as wide as I can. I'm going to start to wiggle my ribs back and forth. Just let them go. Dropping down and lifting up, all the way up. Let's drop down, drop down, drop down, drop down, lift up. Now can you take your hands side to side without lifting your thighs off the earth or your knees? Keep everything in your legs powerful and pressing down deeper into the earth as we go side to side, side to side. Let that energy flow back and forth. Now we're going to do a full circle, but I always support. I always have one arm on the ground for support. And I'm listening to my shoulders on this circle. They need support. I bend my arms more. Reverse, reverse. Now come forward. And I want to just mention that if you are struggling to come forward and you're really kind of listing back, I want you to take that blanket. I want you to roll it or fold it. Then I want you to bring it behind you, and I want you to sit your sit bones in front of the blanket and your sacrum on top of the blanket. So my sit bones are on the ground, but my sacrum is being elevated, and it helps me move forward in this energy. So if you're struggling, please help yourself a little bit. Walk yourself any amount. Let the shoulders roll to the front. Take that deeper breath in. Can you rotate your big toes forward and then rotate them back? Big toes forward, forward. Can you squeeze your toes as you bring them forward and then open your toes and bring them back? One more time. Squeeze into a fist with your feet. Pull them forward, forward, forward. Open them up. Pull them back, back, back. And then point them out as hard as you can. Imagine trying to touch your toes to the ground and then flex them. And can you bring those heels right off the earth, the heels? Can you point again, bringing your toes all the way down. And then flex, 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 flex. Good. And then release your body down. Let it go as far as it can towards the earth. Take that deeper breath in and out. Long inhalations, long exhalations. Roll all the way up. Lift all the way tall. Lift tall. Breathe in. Exhale your hands behind your back. Draw the shoulder blades together. Lift the heart. Pull those hands down to the earth. Down, down, down. Open the chest. Now just the left hand swings out to the right side. I'm going to hold on and I'm going to pull my right arm as far behind my hip as I can. And then I'm going to come up on the breath all the way. Switch sides. My right hand comes all the way over to the left side. I bring my left hand all the way back behind my hip. I pull myself down towards the earth. Any amount. Then I'm going to come out and up all the way. And then I'm going to lift both hands up tall, breathing. I'm going to reach out to my toes, maybe. Or I could take my strap. I can put it on both feet. And I can reach out with my strap. So you choose what you want. Come forward any amount. Look up on the breath. Exhale, come down. Lift up on the breath. Shoulders down. Pull those feet back. Pull the feet back, back, back. Exhale and come down. Release your hands. Walk up. Shake your legs. Shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them into the front. Let them release. We're going to take our legs, our blanket, put it behind you. We're going to lay on our back, all the way on our spine. I'm going to move the chair out of the way so that you guys can see. I'm going to come all the way to my back. Draw the knees right up to your chest. Circle them around. Release any residual buildup in your back, especially on that move. There's a lot of power that moves into that low back to try to help stretch and keep that spine tall. Circle that energy, letting go of any residual buildup. Now, can you open your legs and just shake those legs side to side, back and forth? Just let them go. Let them go. Now, I'm going to take both legs in my strap. Whether I'm limber or not limber, I want to keep my legs level with my hips. So if I am limber and I can bring my legs forward to my chest, I don't want to do that. I want the weight of my feet right over my low back. And again, I want to circle around the circumference of my sacrum, my hip bones, clear into my low back, keeping my legs straight, feeling the massage in my low back. I want the weight of my legs to push into my low back. And reverse that circle. Let it go the other way. Now, any amount without letting your sacrum or your low back or your tailbone come off the earth, how far could you really bring those legs towards your chest without letting your sacrum roll off the earth? And then I'm going to draw my legs down to the earth. I'm going to bring both legs to my left side, all the way to the left, opening up my right arm into a Marsyasana twist. I look to the right, and I want my body to actually go wherever it needs to go on its own. So take that deeper cleansing breath in. Exhale long and deep. Feel where your body wants to be at this moment. Feel the stretch across the shoulder, the chest, the arm. And then take that right leg up first, left leg follows. Bring both legs to the right side as I open up my left arm. Taking that cleansing breath, letting my body just melt wherever it needs to be at this moment, at this time. Let yourself go. Let that breath move deeper and longer through the body. And then on the next breath, I'm going to bring my legs up, one at a time. Capture my knees again. Pull them in deeper to the chest. Slide your left leg out, straighten it out. Slide your right leg out, stretch it out. If that feels your back, immediately does that draw energy into your back? If so, keep your knees bent. Draw the knees together and walk your feet out like a teepee, giving your spine and your low back that support. Otherwise, go ahead and stretch your leg out all the way. Let the toes rock to the side in the amount. Open your hands to the sky. And then take that deeper breath in. That long exhalation out. Surrender your shoulders, your arms, your fingers. Can you surrender your belly to the earth? Let it drop. Soften your buttock muscles. Don't grip them, but let them go. Relax your thighs, your calves. Let your toes naturally open out to the side. Taking that long inhalation. That long exhalation. Feel the
chest with each breath that you take. Can you open the mouth slightly and relax the jaw? Can you relax the cheeks, the eyes, the eyebrows? Completely surrendering the body to the earth. And then on the next breath, slide the left leg up, slide the right leg up, wiggle into your sacrum, your hips by wiggling your legs left to right. Can you open your legs a little wider and just let them move, lifting your toes up? Let them go side to side, side to side. Then roll to any comfortable position. In a fetal position, let your body completely rest, taking that deeper breath in and that long exhalation out. Cradle your body in a place of comfort. Then on the next breath you take, continue to walk yourself up. Or if you choose to stay there, please stay there. It's okay to stay down, to stay relaxed, to find the comfort within your body, within your being. Plant your hands palm upon palm. And Shante means peace be with you. Peace be with you. I'm going to chant it. You're more than welcome to sing it with me 3 times. Shante, Shante, Shante.